What is going on, ninjas? Welcome back to the channel. Now, as you guys can see, I didn't start the video with the usual morning ninjas audit for this project, morning ninjas audit for this and that, because I'm gonna treat these projects a little bit different than the rest. The reason being is that I love this project, and I'm gonna explain you why. You know, morning ninjas never hype. I never tell go buy this or go buy that, but I'm gonna tell this project as a call from myself to you guys, so just remember the date. I'm gonna talk about Brewlabs. This project is just insane. It's difficult for me to find projects every single day to actually show you guys, so I do all this because at the end of the day I feel that it's better for me to give opinion that actually make calls, so you guys go ahead and buy. Since go wrong, you're gonna blame me. Since goes well, nobody's gonna give me sense. So that's why we do all this, to actually be more helpful to you guys. But sometimes here and there we find projects that we do feel confident to actually to show it to you guys and tell you that we actually quite like it and we think that they have actually strong fundamentals, and this one is one of those. This one has utilities, multi-utilities, has a fully docked sim, have a certic audit ongoing, have a bot marketplace, put it the way you can rent both and buys as well. I believe has, of course, a fully docked sim, as I already told you. I mean, there is a lot to talk here. Actually have services, so they are a revenue service, a revenue pro, how to say, my English is not the best. They actually make revenue, they make money, which makes this project not just a token, a BSC token, actually a company. And that is pretty good. Actually, I'm thinking actually using this project, just so you guys know, for my upcoming project. Actually, they develop my smart contract, because as I say, actually quite professional. Now, just in case you guys already know about Brewlabs, before they did a rebranding from another project. I don't know the name of the old ones, I just didn't want to find information about that. And they actually had a pre-sale, the rest of Airbnb. Actually, they launched on December 20. Since then, the project was doing pretty good. You guys can see here, it actually went all the way down from, I don't know what was the price around here, but under $1 million, that's for sure, around $200,000, something like this, I guess. I'm not exactly sure. And it went all the way up in just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days bullish, because this is a daily chart, all the way up to around $6.5 million market cap, which is a pretty healthy target for this project. Now, since then, of course, things have not been doing great, not only for this project, for the entire cryptocurrency space. The last few days you have been really bearish for the entire space, but that doesn't make any project bad. It just means that crypto in general is just not doing that great. Everyone feel bearish. The sentiment on crypto is just pretty bad. And of course, you guys can see it's just going down since that day. For the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 days, just being bearish as the entire cryptocurrency space. And of course, a lot of this token hold a lot of BNB. When BNB goes down, that affects the entire BSC space, and it's just a bigger mess. So what we are gonna do here, actually, I'm going to tell you a little bit of information about the project. We're going to do a full audit. Yes, this is a kind of, go ninja, go and check it out, because I do believe that actually quite well. So I do got to do my usual audit, so you guys get more info about it. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the project. I'm going to make 2 videos, just this one now and later on, an update when we have all the things, more news. Since, as I say, I do quite like this project. It is what it is. I want you guys to actually know that, but just don't go ahead and buy it. This is not financial advice, it's just information for you guys, entertainment. Just make sure that you do proper research before you click buy, because at the end of the day, it's your money. If you lose it, only you're gonna get screwed, let's put it away. And if you win, it's just gonna be up to you guys. Just don't follow us. Now, Brewlabs, as I say, is actually a quite interesting project. It looks professional, it sounds professional. The team is fully docked. They actually have a YouTube channel, which actually just not gonna play any video, only show you that they are fully docked. They have a certic audit ongoing right now, which is pretty cool. It's onboarding at the moment, and they actually talk about it on the AMA. Certic has been taking long with them. They have not been a pleasant collaboration with Certic, since they have been taking quite long to actually finish, or at least to start the ongoing project. But nevertheless, they actually have an ongoing audit with Certic, which is pretty good for when it comes to the security part of the project. But that's not the key here. The key here is gonna be presentation, professional. This is the company. The team is fully docked, and of course, you guys can see what they're trying to do. They have auditing. If you are a developer, you want the project to get audited by them, you go and they actually check it for you, and they do a full audit, which I have some pictures I'm gonna show you later on how it looks. It looks really professional. And I gotta tell you, my audits is just starting. We do just simple audits on project. We don't do contract audit, but they do full audits, contract audit, so you guys know if there is some problem with the contract, stuff like this. Of course, they actually have engineers, so people are gonna develop smart contract for you guys. I don't know if only develop also dApps and stuff like this, but when it comes to smart contract, I know that they do it because, as I said, I'm planning to do it with them. So yeah, I know they actually do a pretty good job there. And of course, token bridging, bridge, all that kind of stuff. If you actually want to, this is all for developers, of course. Now, for you guys, now there is a 4% BUSD reflection that goes to your wallet every time there's a transaction. There's gonna be a tax that is gonna take a 4% BUSD reflection. I mean, it's gonna tax every transaction 4%, and that is gonna go to you guys as holders, which is an incentive for holding. And I gotta tell you, one more thing is that there is staking, which I love. Of course, I love staking. It give you a little bit of ways to make passive income. 14%, 18% APR. Here, for example, if you stake Brewlabs, they have 14% APR, 16.9% APR, 18.4. It's not massive. It's not like 1,000%, which most of the risky prayer, risky staking of farming it's just higher, but 18%, 16, 15%, 20% is still pretty good. Staking is a little bit more than if you just leave your tokens there in the dust and just don't make many passive income. Staking is pretty good, and there is a lot of people actually staking the tokens right here, so that's good. They also have, I'm gonna go to the tokenomics just a minute. For example, only 4% BUSD reflection, 3% goes to marketing, 2% goes to liquidity. Marketing is actually quite good because I watch on YouTube trying to find more info if they're doing marketing, and there is a lot of videos about Brewlabs, so that's cool as well. 2% goes to liquidity pool to increase the price for the stability, of course. 30% buyback, 1% development, and 1% staking. So I mean, there is some questions here which you guys can actually go and check it out, and I'm gonna get in those details. They are using a wallet now, which I already reviewed before. Pretty interesting project, to track all your assets. Pretty good projects. As I say, I already talked about it before. I'm not gonna get into that right now. And of course, to earn, how do you make money? Staking, reflections, votes, airdrops, NFT power up, and of course the bond market. So there is multiple ways for you guys and investors to actually make money in this project. That's why, as I say, it's not just a token, it's a company, and it's also a pretty good system for you guys as an investor to buy the tokens that are actually on the value, since it's pretty new, and also to make a lot of different ways to make you guys passive income, which at the end of the day is what we love to do. We invest, we make passive income. That's why you just go to bed and you're making a little bit of money every single day. That's financial freedom right there. And of course, passive income, staking, I mean, all that kind of stuff. We all love that. So they do got that, and it's actually live right now. So you guys can find all the information right here. A drop tool, staking. Let me actually open this one because I haven't opened it yet. I mean, there is a lot of things right here, which is pretty good as well. And you guys can see all that they actually do, and in a really professional way. Now, next we are gonna go a little bit. Let me show you some information about the project. There is here some GitHub with so much info with the Git. I never had to read this Git book, and there's just some more information about the project, what they do. Passive income in BUSD through the trading reflections, fully centralized platform and tools, passive income of Brewlabs and affiliated projects, token from staking pools and vaults. Let me close this one. Access to private sale from any Brewlabs services hope contract bill, a strong future-driven Brewlabs property franchise contract, Brewlabs bond and a centralized market, early access to upcoming token releasing and airdrops. I mean, there is a lot here, and you guys can see explanation about everything, the audit, what they do, the franchise contracts. I also have information about what is live right now, what is on beta, and what is planning for later on. Of course, the live comment, golden community vote, Brewlabs airdrop, Brewlabs staking, beta bot jar. Actually, I'm gonna show you right now. You can see all the amount of bot that you guys actually can go rent this bot and rent this bot right here, which is pretty good. This one is a free. Then we also have some, this one, for example, 1,199 USDT. I mean, there is a lot here, which is pretty good, and add more value, more utility to the project, that's for sure. So next, we also have a lot of things. The concept, for example, Brewlabs Launchpad here, some services, what they offer. You guys can find information if you're a developer. Metaverse integration, I mean, partner list. They are partnered with Codigon, which is actually pretty huge as well. Slants Digital, chain adoption. I mean, there is a lot here. So to say, that makes actually way more professional than if they don't have this kind of information, of course. Now, next, we actually gonna do a little bit of information. I mean, there is just so much that they do that makes this process so great. Now, let's focus a little bit on the smart contract. You guys can see here 3,400 addresses right now, with a lot of smart contracts right now with 31%, and of course 12%, which they talk about this wallet in the website, in the roadmap. No, in the roadmap, and they're frequent to ask questions right here. They talk about what are the team wallets. No, let me see. What the top wallet have a significant portion of the total supply, and actually talk a little bit about that. Brewlabs created a unique staking platform that allows its holder to generate two forms of passive income in the form of both staking rewards and dividends. Currently, the two largest wallets represent the staking pools that have thousands of users creating currently staking their tokens, and of course generate rewards. These rewards come in tokens, so there's gonna be some contra wallets, which you guys can see here. These are two contra wallets which are going to be used for the rewards for the staking and of course the development of the platform. So there should be a 6.6% here, which is a reserve that actually talk about it in their tokenomics. So other than that, there is no big wallets, no big issues. But of course, they market move audit, you guys can see here, it actually catch it as an issue. Holders, so top 5 holders have a lot of tokens, top 10 holders have quite a lot of tokens. Of course, that is an issue. Of course, on a wallet had a $276,000 worth of token. The contra has some issues right now, but I mean, onto the title says special address, which is for the BUC reflections. I believe I'm not an expert in smart contracts, and the ownership is unrenounced. They cannot renounce to ownership, since if they want to change something later on, they cannot do it. So I do not want the renounce to the ownership, that's for sure. So yeah, 55 out of 100 with financial great, liquidity great, but holders with it, these audits never get the real they give you an idea, but they don't tell you the real the real thing. So you got to do proper stuff in the BSC and also in the audit, of course. Now, Watchtower give it a 6 out of 10, which is a okay score, not great, not awful, so pretty good score for the project there as well. And BSC Check just give it as a warning with the ownership is renounced and the 6.6% wallet, which is unlocked and is an issue. So at least they have to, of course, they have to at least vest these tokens or lock it or whatever they want to do. But of course, it's always going to come as an issue if they keep it there unlocked. So yeah, I mean, just an idea from if you are watching, if you are a developer, of course. That's what the community is going to see. So if you can vest these tokens or some release dates and stuff like this, it's going to be better for you. I mean, that's just my opinion. Now, social media is going to be the next thing. Social media, Twitter, I got to be honest, is not that active. And I cannot explain you guys, it's no hype. Right now, Brewlabs is a great project with utilities, but it's not that hype. Actually, it's no hype at all. Since you guys can see in the volume trading, like $4,000, unless this actually is not right, $5,200 in the last 24 hours. We don't know exactly if this is right or not, but most of the time, like market move is right. So a $5,000 volume trading is actually pretty low. As I say, I'm not exactly sure if this is right or not, but even if it's $50,000, $100,000, it's not that great volume trading for a project to actually be like hyped. So it's for sure that Brewlabs right now is not hyped. BSC, I mean, it's not hyped right now. There's a lot of projects doing pretty much nothing since its crypto is just crashing down every single second. But as you guys can see, Twitter is just not that hype right now. The posts have some engagements, 41 likes, 24 retweets, 12 retweets. There is a fairly okay engagement for 8,000 followers. It could be better, that's for sure. But it's just no awful either. Most of the utility projects that focus on the long-term vision, they just don't care that much about the hype. They prefer to develop, and of course, that have a downside, which is gonna be that there is not that much hype around the project, since they are not following the trend of metaverse and they are not following the trend of Dogecoin this, meme coin this, or of Chimps in, or whatever it is. So it is what it is. It's just they focus on the long term, which is great, but the hype mean in the short term is not that high never. So just keep that in mind. So Brewlabs channel actually quite active. I was there today trying to find more information about the project. It looks great, no issues whatsoever. Everything looks good, and pretty good. No problems here. I don't find anything bad. So the next thing that actually gonna talk about with you is gonna be, of course, the overall thinking of the project. Now, so what do we got so far? We got a project that is actually full packed of utility, actually working utility right now. We have a project that the developer fully docs. You have a project that setting out the ongoing, that have a staking, that have ways to make passive income, that have all the information that you ever gonna need to find to decide if you like the project or dislike it. There is so much information here that made this project to be free. Like meme coins are here, this is up here. Of course, do not expect the massive hype like buy today and tomorrow make 1,000x. It's just not gonna happen, since I already told you that the hype that meme coins have, this project doesn't have it, since they are focused on development and the utilities. But nevertheless, I just see a really great project. And just not talking about the audit, about in general, I just really following a little bit with my sentiments, since I do like this project quite a lot, and that is a reality. They reached out to me and I told them, I'm gonna do a full audit as I always do in all my projects. If I like your project, I'm gonna say it. If I don't like your project, I'm gonna say it. If we think that it's not great, we're gonna give it a low score. If we think that it's awesome, we're gonna give it a high score. But at the end of the day, I just want you guys to know that all these projects that we check, they actually reach out to us and they gotta agree to our term and condition that if we like it, if we dislike it. And this one, I certainly like it quite a lot, that's for sure. I love this project. I hope they do great, and I'm gonna follow you up closely, so I'm gonna keep you guys posted with the project to know what is going on with it. So make sure to actually like, subscribe to Money Ninjas, leave a comment down below saying whatever you want to say about the project. Let me know your thoughts about it, and of course, let's see where it's going. Quite excited. Awesome project, and I hope they actually do great later on. Now, a score 9 out of 10. It's gonna be a score, no 10, no 8. As I say, 8 is I have given all the project that I don't like as much as this one. So 9 out of 10 is gonna be a score. 10 has to be mind blowing. This one is great, but it's not like wow, I'm just mind blown. So 10, I never give a 10 yet, so maybe one day. But 9 is the highest score so far for this channel, so they got the highest score for me, that's for sure. They do deserve it. So I'm gonna see you guys later. Stay safe, and yeah, good luck. Ninjas, crypto may make you massive gains, but always remember that crypto is unregulated and is highly risky activity. Although you could get gains, there is a real risk that you could lose all your money too. So do your own research and be careful. Not investment advice, this is just entertainment. Thank you.